welcome back, guys, to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will see the Python basics tutorial programming. We continue the series of the basics tutorials, as this is the episode 8 of that series. So, in this series, we will just see the statements and loops in Python. As we covered this in the previous video, but in this video, we will learn it with more deeply by applying, by doing the live interactions and with real life examples. We will perform all the programs here. Okay. So the contents are loops in Python and statement in Python, and with the help of the real life examples, we will sharpen our concepts of this, as these are the basics for the Python programming, and we should know about it. So there is a live practical performation by implementation of that course. Okay. So let's continue it. Good. First is the if statement. As you all know that is for the checking condition and that executes the code that inside that seems to be true. For a true condition, the if statement is usually used. Right? So we can check here an example age that is equals to 20, and if age that is greater or equal to 18, that print you can a specific message you are ended or any message you can enter here. Okay. So in this explanation we can see here that if the condition that age that is equals to greater than 18, the program points a message that is inputted by the user. Okay. So we will just perform it, and I will show you the difference that how the beginners make the mistakes here. By seeing this program, copy paste, and then there is an indentation error comes. So I will just see you. We will perform this in Visual Studio Code, okay, with the Python debugger. I will use here. Okay. Okay, I will just click on Python files, and I will just I'll just make it small like this. Okay. I will just write a program here. I will take age that is equals to 90. Okay. So if I will write a age that is equals to and greater than equals to 18, print he is adult. Okay. We will given information here. This will print he is an adult. Okay. So let's just see here if age we inputted and if condition we have used. So you can see here the printer automatically make an indentation. This is known as the indenting. Okay, this specific thing known as the indent. Many of the beginners just ignore this and they make a lot of mistakes here. Okay, so we will just see here. We will just run it the program. First of all, we will save our service. Okay, yes, let's save it. Then we will run it. So you can see here the information written is a he is adult, means our condition seems to be true. Okay. And the second one we will see here. The second is the else statement. Okay, as you all know that the else statement that is used for a code to define its block to execute the condition if the statement is false. If in if statement we just saw that if the condition is true, so the message is printed. But What else if the message doesn't seems true? So there should be a backup option, that is the else statement. Okay, just we will see age, that is we will input here. If age that is equals to greater than 18, so we will print just URN edit. Then this is for if statement. But as when used, print URA minor means if the age which the condition seems false. So the else condition will manage the error. If we will not use else statement, there will be an error come that the entered data by the user is invalid. Okay, so we will just perform this also. Okay, in our like this, we will write from this only. We will just make this age a 15, 16. Okay, you can add any of the age. Then we will use else statement else. Okay, else. Then we will use print you are not adult. We can just write this message also. Just see what condition it seems to be. Okay, so the message is seems here. You can see here you are not adult messages. But if we will not use this else statement if we don't use, so there will be an error, invalid syntax or the data not found error. Okay, as we discussed in types of errors in previous videos, you can check out in my YouTube channel. Okay, then the next is the if statement. This is the combination of if and else statement for multiple conditions. For example, we can see here that age we inputted is 70. If age that is smaller than 18, so we use that if condition, that is you are a minor. And elif age that is greater than or equal to 18 and age smaller than 65. The range is given here, so we can print you are an adult or else they are senior citizen. Okay, means here you can see the elif age if greater than or equal to 18, so you can print adult. And the another condition also mixed in single statement, that is a complex condition. So you are a senior citizen. So we will perform this also. Okay. We will perform this also from this else we just used before only. Okay. 20 year if age, we will just change this condition here. If age that is not 18, okay. Then print you are a he is not adult. Okay, is not adult. And then we will use here, we will use here elif condition. Okay, elif age. One thing I want to tell you, you can see here one error is seen to be 18 and age 65. Okay, 65. So we will just print here print you are an adult. Okay, you print you are an adult, or we will use that else statement on the else. So this is what the program saying. Let's see if there any error comes or not. So the message or the message will say that you are not an adult, or we can write an another message that is print you are senior citizen means any message you can enter if the condition seems to be true or false. Okay, let's see. So the he's not an adult. That is the previous message. It seems to be there. Okay. First of all, after else we have entered a message that is you are not an adult. Okay. So after that you cannot enter another message that you are not, because after else we have to just enter a message that only be reflected. Okay. So this is for the multiple conditions, which makes the program more easier the complex programs. Okay, if we have the basic fundamentals. Then we will see the loops in Python here. Okay. So there are kinds of loop. First is the for loop and second is the while loop. Okay. So the for loop is used to iterate over a sequence. Okay, like a list tuple, as we studied in the previous videos, that list tuples are immutable and mutable data types which can be modified or not modified. Okay, so these are for the range of a numbers. Okay, for range of a numbers. Let's say we need to print out a 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, you know? So we have to just print for a in range, and from range we have to just add 1 to 6, because 1 is the starting and 6 the end point. So from 1 to 6 only 1 to 5 will be counted. So print I will come. So what will the output? The output seems to be from 1 to 5 only. A loop that prints each number one by one. So first 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, now 6, because 6 is the end point here. Okay. So we can see here the real word example. As we can see a list of students here, when we want to print each name. Okay, like students will Alice, Bob, Charlie, Diana, you know. So I want to just um, make the data more reflected by print function. So the names will be separately mentioned. Okay, so you can see this is a list, and these are big brackets, and a list also there, and this is a string kind. So you can comment in the comment down section, do comment the comment down section that is this a list or a string. Okay, so we will just perform it. Okay. We'll perform it. Okay, so we'll remove this all stuff here. We'll just write students. For example, I to write here uh, Ayush, hmm, him, so this is string. Okay, we have to just mention it with Ashi, okay, etc. etc. I'm just mentioning only three names. Okay, then I will just use the for loop. Okay, for loop I will use, okay, for students, for students, for student in students, okay, students, for students, I will just make it print that specific student, okay, like this. Just will see, yeah. So you all can see here, okay, the names are separately written out. And if we only write the numbers, means list, string, tuple, anything we can just make it out more easier. And we can also replace this program as how I can replace if I write students as a value like I or x, so I can write for x in students print x. This also easier. You know? But sometimes beginners confused in this for student in students because students you just give the value in the form of tuple list or string, and for student for a single student we have to separately make it up. So this is the use of for statement. Then while loop. Okay. That while loop, that what is while loop? While loop repeatedly execute a block of code for a given condition is true. Means as you ever seen that if we start a program and sometimes code remains continuing never endless infinite. है ना? This is only because that state that condition that what it wants doesn't get by the interpreter. You know, until unless the true condition comes, so the while loop ends. So let's see the example. Let's build a simple condition program. Okay, we will count equals to 5. We will just make a number count equals to 5. While loop will be used while count from greater than 0. Print count and then count minus is equals to 1. Okay, so what the output will come? We can see the explanation for this that while loop continues as long as count greater than 0 means when up to count equals to 5. First of all from 0 it will count 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. After the count 5 number comes, it will stop. But here we can write count minus equals to 1 means in 5 we decrease one number, 5 minus 1, 4 minus 1, 3 minus 2 minus 1, like this. Okay, we can also do, we can use here count plus equals to 1 also way. So this is the easiest example for the count statement. We will just perform it also. If there is any doubt you feel, so you can do comment and you can support me too. Okay. Just I will just use the count function. This count equals to 6. Okay. I will write use the while loop while count that is greater than 0. Okay. In every condition we will use a colon also. Remember it. Then we will print the count. Okay. Then we will just use here count minus is equals to 1. Okay. So we will run this program. Let's see what the output will come. Wow, this number seems to be what I told you. 5. To count minus, we have to count from reverse. Okay, from greater from descending order. We have to count from greater to smaller. Okay. If I will write here in place of minus, plus. Okay, so what will happen? The program will make from here. This is a never endless program. You can see here. You can see. You can see here. This is a never endless program. This will continue as long as the condition satisfies, but the condition is not satisfying. So that's why this is the infinite code. Okay, you can see here. This is very craziest thing. Okay, but if we will use here only minus, this condition will make like this. Okay, then real world example you can see here. Suppose you want to find the first five even numbers using a while loop. Okay, so you can use here count equals to 2 while count that is equals to or greater than 10 when print count and print count plus equals to 2 from 2 to why 2 because even number starts from 2 only, so you can see, and for odd numbers you can count plus equals to 1 you can use here for the odd numbers. Okay, this is easy, you can try it in your at your home by seeing this. If any problem arises you can get it. Okay, then we will see the combining of if, elif, else with loops. Okay, we understood the core concept. Then we will just make it more complex to the advanced level. Not advanced means a level greater than the before. Okay, so you can combine loops with conditional statements for more complex program. As we see, the many programmers use the most complex programs. So by using this single condition, we cannot make a program more easier. So we should know about all the knowledge about all the three of the statements and loops. Okay. So we'll see. Let's create a program that checks for even and odd number with a range. Okay. For I in range, we will just write from 1 to 11. If I percentage, this percentage means if I is uh, divided by 2, that is double equals to means boolean. This is a boolean logic as we discussed in the previous videos. This is a boolean check. Okay? Print function is even as printf function is odd. It is saying that we have to just using the for function for a range from 1 to 11, the output will come from 1 to 10 only. This will count from 1 to 10 only. Then if condition will be used, and if I that divided by 2 means for even number that equals to 0 means that if I divisible by 2 which is even number, print the function is even as print the function is odd. This is function is perform it also. This function is just running like this, not terminating. I will just make a new file. Okay? This is an endless program running here. I will use here for in range 1, 12. Okay, if function if I percentage 2 double equals to 0 double equals to 0 print print function is print function function I is even. Printf function I is even. Okay, or we can use else print. Print we can say function is odd. Okay, we'll just run this program. So first thing is we'll just first of all terminate it. Okay, so you can see here print function is even and print function is always written here for the children numbers. Okay, this function we see. Okay, so we can check the number is even or odd for given values. The explanation for this program that this program iterates over number from 1 to 10 as we discussed before and checks whether each number is even or odd. If the number is divisible by 2, it is considered even or otherwise if it is odd. Then a question is here that you need to calculate the total amount of money a person has to pay for tickets for an amusement park. Okay, so we have to just this question is a data input type. So we have to make a program for it that children's under 12 have to pay only $5 and adults from age to 12 to 60 pay $10 and senior citizens over 60 have to pay $7. Okay, so we have to make a program by using the if else while loop. So first of all you should stop the screen and you should think about it. If we will think about it and we will match it, so your thoughts may similar to us and may more shorter to us. So that will give you a very excitement joy. So the solution for this is like that. Age we will enter a value that is integer input, enter your age. If age that is greater than 12, so we will print ticket prices that is uh, $5. Elif. We used Elif here the complex programs. Elif if the age is equals to or smaller than 12 and equals to or greater than 60, print total price. Ticket price is $10 um, city for the what was it for the adults and for the senior citizens we will use all else. This is a simple program you can see based on the user's input we can check the condition that is the appropriate value. Let's perform this also. Then I will just input our age and the input. Okay, the number. Okay, yeah, enter your age, enter number, enter age. Right here, age. Then we will just write here if age. We will write if age that is smaller than 12. We will print a message. Print ticket price. कितना है ticket price. We can write ticket price is or we can use only ticket price column as a $5. $5. Okay, like this we can write here and we can use the elif function elif age that is equal to or smaller than. Okay, age that is inputted by us, which we will input, the value will come same.